This presentation regarding smoking and vaping is being prepared and presented by the Health Promotion Team at Bendigo Health Services. Bendigo Community Health Services acknowledge the Dja and the Tungara peoples, traditional custodians of the land on which we are located, and pay our respect to their elders past and present. We extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are participating in this presentation today. In this presentation, we're going to discuss smoking, vaping, the health risks of smoking and vaping, and where to go for help quitting. The main component of cigarettes, as we know, is tobacco. So a reliance on tobacco is primarily begins in adolescence, although many people take up tobacco later in life. Tobacco contains more than 7,000 chemicals, including carcinogens, which are chemicals that we know cause cancer. Tobacco also contains nicotine, which is an extremely addictive drug that takes about 6 seconds to reach your brain and has ongoing implications for your brain. So nicotine is a dangerous and highly addictive chemical. It can cause an increase in blood pressure and heart rate, heart attacks. It harms brain development, especially in younger people, and it can cause damage to your DNA, which leads to cancer. It increases the risk of heart disease by hardening your blood vessels and increasing blood pressure. In addition to cardiovascular disease such as heart damage, smoking can also contribute to stroke, reducing the circulation of blood in your body. It damages your lung tissues and can build up tar in your lungs, which is the cause of that smoker's cough that you might be familiar with. It also increases the risk of tooth loss and bad breath, as well as cancers. So these health risks of smoking are not unique to older people or people who've been smoking for a very long time. And in this video, you'll hear the story of a young person who had a stroke as a result of smoking at a very early age.
My name is Ernesto Diaz. I'm 38 years old. I smoked from 16 to 24. When I first started as a teenager, I was smoking, 3 cigarettes a day. But then as I got older, I started to smoke a lot more, and especially when we went out on a Friday night, Saturday night, it could be a pack a night over the weekend. I experienced a stroke when I was 24. It was 2006, and it was 14th of February, Valentine's Day, and I just bought a pack of cigarettes and some pizza to go eat with a couple of friends. I remember about to eat the pizza, and I had this really big headache, so I went to pick up my keys, and I just kept dropping them. So I tried to pick them up again, and I just kept dropping them, and then I thought, oh, that's a bit funny. So someone actually took me home. Once I got home, my dad said, hey, you're a bit early. And I started to talk to him like gibberish. And he goes, what's wrong with you? Are you drunk? And I said, no, I'm not drunk. I thought I said that. And then at that stage, my face started to droop. And he goes, okay, we'll go to the hospital. And then that's all I remember. I woke up 13 days later after being in a induced coma with my mum crying next to me, holding my hand. And she told me I just had a stroke. The doctor came in and he asked me, do you know your name? And I was just trying to think about it, and I said, yes, of course I know my name, but I couldn't say it. And then he asked me, do you know what this is? And he had a pen in his hand, and I'm thinking, of course it's a pen, but I couldn't say it. And then from there, I had rehab for 9 months, learning how to walk, talk, picking up little things. I was very frustrated not being able to walk properly, being able to shower. I had had people showering me for a while. I knew that having that cigarette made me have a stroke. So I still have that cigarette pack now just to remind myself. Yeah. I look at that pack of cigarettes, I look at the videos of me when I was in ICU, I look at some photos, and that just reminds me of what it must have been like for my family. I think of the memory of smoking, the stroke, the recovery, and then that just puts it to bed. No smoking for me.
So, tobacco use is the number one preventable cause of death in Australia. So, deaths that really didn't need to happen. And there's a tobacco-related death about every 20 to 80 minutes in Australia, which is just devastating. This graph shows that there were the rates of death due to tobacco are significantly higher than other common preventable causes of death, including alcohol, road accidents, or illegal drug use. So you can see tobacco has a really big impact on the health of Australians. So second-hand smoke is when somebody who is a non-smoker breathes in smoke from somebody else's cigarette, whether that's the smoke that's coming out of the lit end of the cigarette or the smoke that the smoker has breathed out from their lungs. It is extremely dangerous for people to be breathing in second-hand smoke, especially when it's somebody, say, in your family who's regularly exposed to it. Second-hand smoking is known to cause early death and health problems in children and adults. A fully smoke-free environment is the only way to prevent non-smokers from the dangers of second-hand smoke. So on this slide you can see some advertising that you might be familiar with. Advertising bans and plain packaging laws have had a really big impact on the tobacco industry's ability to promote their products, which in essence was allowing them to generate profit off of people's addictions. Some ways tobacco companies have overcome these advertising bans includes promoting their products by sponsoring actors or celebrities or influencers to be using their products on things like social media or even on TV. And you can see here smoking is regularly portrayed as something that's cool to do. And you can see here that the tobacco companies, which are heavily invested in e-cigarette and vaping companies, are still using marketing tactics like this to get a whole new generation of young people hooked on nicotine products. Sweet flavours and social media trends are just some of the tactics employed by these companies.
E-cigarette or vapes make a fluid cartridge into vapor for a person to breathe in, instead of smoke breathed in during conventional smoking. Many people assume that the vaping liquid is water, but that is not the case. The vaping liquid is full of dangerous chemicals.
E-cigarettes are completely unregulated in Australia, which means there is no way to know what chemicals may be in each vape. Often the ingredients list on e-cigarettes is not true. 70% of the e-cigarettes that claim they don't have any nicotine actually do have nicotine in them. Some ingredients included are considered poisons and are toxic to human cells. The battery components are also not regulated for safety and have been known to explode, causing burns and other injuries such as broken jaws. E-liquids, regardless if they have nicotine or not, have the potential to cause poisoning if swallowed or absorbed through the skin, and in some circumstances can be fatal. Symptoms of nicotine poisoning include sweating, dizziness, vomiting, and increased heart rate. E-cigarette use is also associated with depression. In the short term, vapes are known to cause things such as addiction, chest pain and heart palpitations, and mouth and airway damage. There has not been enough longitudinal studies to know what the long-term impacts of vaping might be. However, we know that some of the chemicals regularly included in e-cigarettes are really damaging to an individual's body. Nicotine is highly addictive, which is valuable to tobacco and vape companies as it builds their clients' dependence on their products. Addiction to these products takes away your choice and the ability to make your own decisions. Being addicted to nicotine is also called nicotine dependence. Quitting smoking or vaping can be very challenging, but it is one of the most important things you can do for your health. The withdrawal effects can include stress, cravings, and irritability, among others. But these withdrawal effects usually ease after 2 to 4 weeks. When someone breathes in an e-cigarette, the cloud that is emitted is called an aerosol. Think of it like a deodorant or a fly spray, kind of like that. Secondhand smoking from the e-cigarette means that you're being exposed to the harmful chemicals that are in that device. Third-hand smoking of e-cigarettes is when the aerosol sticks to surfaces such as tables and some of the furniture. If this sticky substance is ingested, the person then exposed to the harmful chemicals that are in the e-liquid. In Victoria, vaping laws now mirror smoking laws. It is illegal to sell or provide cigarettes or vapes to people under the age of 18. It is also illegal for adults in Victoria to possess or use e-cigarettes containing nicotine without a doctor's prescription. Vaping is banned in all non-smoking areas, including schools, public transport, and food venues. So on this slide, there's a few different reasons to quit. So 12 hours after stopping, almost all nicotine is out of the system, with most byproducts gone within 5 days. After 24 hours, the level of carbon monoxide in your blood has dropped dramatically, meaning your body can take and use oxygen more efficiently. After 2 days, your sense of smell and taste start to return. After 2 months, blood flow to your hands and feet improve. After 1 year, your risk of heart disease rapidly drops. And after 10 years, your risk of lung cancer is halved. On this slide, there are a few different resources that you can use to get help when quitting smoking. So you can access Quitline through the National Relay Service. Quitline is a confidential counselling service which can offer tips and strategies to help you quit. Studies and reviews have shown that Quitline greatly increases your chance of stopping smoking. Thank you for watching this presentation. We hope that we have given you some good facts and you are more informed to make better choices for your bodies.